morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your area, you're welcome. My name remains Faith Afolabi, and I'm the host for the mcbridge Consult Conversations with Humans in the Development Sector in Nigeria and abroad. We've been having wonderful guests sharing their experiences on how they started their journey into non-for-profit, and it's been very inspiring, enlightening, and life-changing. Trust me, I've had some few reviews from people that have been watching. If you're just joining us, please subscribe, go call your friends, whoever you think will need this story to come sit down and watch. But we're going on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll meet our guests for today. Stay tuned. Welcome back from that short break, and my name remains Faith Afolabi. I'm founder of mcbridge Consult and the host for mcbridge Consult Conversations with Humans in the Development Sector in Nigeria. Okay, so today our guest is, I'll tell you about a little bit about her. So she is the Executive Director for W.TEC. It's an IT and information organization that empowers women with IT skills, and she is Oreoluwa Lesi. Let's meet you. Can you tell us how you started your journey? Was it in Nigeria or it was back then where you got trained? So can you share us the experience and how you started this journey?
Okay, so my journey into W.TEC started with my journey into technology. I attended a computer school after secondary school, and so that's where I really learned about computers and information technology. And I was struck by how useful technology was. I mean, I was able to do so many things with the computer almost immediately. And I basically kept on learning more. And I had a business when I was in university, typing essays and assignments for other students. And I was struck by how I was able to make money from my very basic IT skills at the time. And I started thinking about how other women could do the same as well. You know, women have very busy lives. We usually have so much going on, especially in the African context.
Yeah.
If you're a mother, you have to look after your children, home, a lot is expected of you, then you have your career. If you work outside of the home, there's that as well. And then I was starting to realize how technology had the power to simplify life, to help you organize your time, organize yourself better, and also to make money more comfortable ways. So that was actually the inception of what would become W.TEC. So I started looking at the technology landscape and how women were using technology at the time, and realizing that there were very few women in the space, either as users of technology, developers of technology, or even like in the policy space. And I was interested, to know why. And so basically, I started looking in that area. For my master's program, I did research on how women were using technology for their economic empowerment. And I started volunteering.
Wow.
And one thing led to another. And then, many years later, started W.TEC.
Wow, interesting. And you're here, you've done so much, and you've actually received a lot of awards internationally and locally on your work that you do. So while in this journey, have you faced any challenge with the male side? What are those challenges that you've faced, and how have you been able to overcome them? Because someone there is watching and they want to know how. There are not very many of you in this sector, with non-for-profit.
Yes.
Can you share a bit?
Yeah. Okay, so do you mean challenges in terms of tech, challenges in terms of running a non-for-profits?
Okay, you can start with the tech challenges, and then running a non-for-profit as a woman.
All right, so in the tech space, women are still in the minority. So a lot of times women have to overcome those assumptions or those stereotypes about maybe technology not being for women. Sometimes people wondering, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
There might be assumptions that you are not quite as competent as your male counterpart.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And, those are things that, you have to work hard to disprove, and basically work hard and let people see what you're made of. Basically show your competence through your hard work and through, your ability to, to deal with the tasks that, that you have in front of you. In terms of running a non-for-profit, yeah, it's not an easy space to be in.
Yeah, you need funding.
Where do I start from? Funding is a major one. Like I started with my money, personal money, like my savings, money from friends and family. Then I got a grant right at the beginning of before I registered a non-for-profit, which gave me the impression that it would be very easy to get grants. And after that grant, it was a few years before I got the next one. So you really also have to work hard to really prove yourself, because now so many non-profits, in this space. So, and donors want to be sure that, you're a credible organization, that you're going to do the work that you say that you're going to do. So even if you are starting off with your personal funds, you have to document it. You have to have your records. You can make them available on your website, or at least, if people ask. You have to also document your programs as well, pictures, testimonials, and share them, and really try to use social media to your advantage. Social media is there, and we use a lot of social media in the beginning, like we blast all our programs on social media. And so that way, potential donor organizations, got to see us and got to see what we were doing. So, that's one of the things. Also making sure that you can sustain the work that you're doing. It's, you may have one fantastic program, but then what about follow-up? What about measuring the impact, So a lot of times, organizations may train, and then their success story is that we trained, let's say 100 women. But then, the success is not really that. The training is good, but then what are they doing with the training that they got? So trying to go the extra mile to actually document, what your beneficiaries are doing with the skills, the trainings they got from your organization.
Okay, so we're going to go on a very short break. If you're just joining us, this is the mcbridge Consult Humans of Nigeria Conversations with Persons in the Development World. And I'm your host, Faith Afolabi, and you've been speaking, and I've been speaking with Oreoluwa Lesi. Come back from that very short break. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel, share with your friends. If it's just joining in, we've been having conversations with the CEO or the Executive Director and founder for W.TEC. Yes, it's an organization that empowers women with ICT to be independent and also make change in their environment. So if you're there wondering, how do I use my ICT skills? You're here, you're hearing from the horse's mouth. So let's continue. Now, I'd like to know, if you were not doing ICT, what would you be doing? What else would you have been doing?
The other thing I do is I run a bookshop. So I love to read. Yeah, so I think, that's one thing that I would be doing. I'd be running the bookshop. Okay. I also enjoy writing, so maybe I would want to take some writing courses, develop my skills, publish a book or two. Yeah, there's so many things that you do.
It just seems to me that the ICT just helps you weave in every other thing around it, because you can write your book right in front of your laptop and all. Okay, so for someone watching you and they're wondering, how do they start? Someone that didn't do ICT research at the first degree, what advice can you give to such a person?
Well, the thing is, technology intersects with all aspects of our lives now, whether it's entertainment, whether it's finance, whether it's health, arts, like I just pointed out. And so it's for everyone, whether you study anything technology related or not. I studied economics for my undergrad degree, and here I am. And a lot of people actually who end up in technology did something else for their first degree. So I would say find out what you're interested in, because people can approach technology from different ways. So for instance, maybe if you are a director, obviously you're using technology, to make your films, or like an animator or a writer. So find out what your own interest is, and then see the technology that connects to your particular interest, and then just try to find opportunities to learn. There are opportunities to learn all around. There are online courses, there are YouTube videos, there are podcasts. I love to listen to podcasts, and basically you are learning different things. With technology, it's always evolving, always changing. So you have to keep learning. You have to make that commitment. So so that's what I would say. Just keep learning. Find opportunities to learn.
Okay, that's good. So I was going to ask you, so if someone wants to come on your program, what are the programs that are available for people? And are there age restrictions to your program for W.TEC?
Yes. Okay. So we have our She Creates camp, which is typically a residential camp, but now in the period of the pandemic, exactly. And then we also used to have after school clubs as well. That has also morphed online. So we have learning programs for young people which are online. We also have a makerspace program, and a makerspace is basically a space where people can play around with technology. They are creating things, they're building things, and through that they are learning about technology. They're building their own knowledge. We've also moved that online as well. So I would say that the programs that we have right now, we have 2 camps going on right now. The Early Innovators Camp, which is for young people between the ages of 7 to 12. Then we have the She Creates Camp, which is also a technology-based camp for teenage girls, so between the ages of 11 to 17. We also have a makerspace program, which is the program where they're learning about website development, 3D modeling. They're building things with their hands.
Wow.
And so all these programs, you can find them on our website or on our Instagram handle. We'll have some other programs coming up as well. So just follow us on Instagram, which is at W.TEC online.
Okay,
we'll on our website.
Okay, we'll have that right after this for people to go subscribe. So I have a little challenge for women that are in rural areas. Are you targeted towards those ones? If yes, what are the activities you have planned for those people?
Okay, so most of our programs are focused on girls and girls in secondary school. So we have some of our after-school programs that were in Ogun State and Kwara State, and the after-school clubs in Ogun State were also in fairly rural areas. Unfortunately, we have not been able to keep on working with them right now during the pandemic because the young ladies there, they don't have access to devices and also to the internet, because when we were working with them, we were working in their school. So they don't have that access. Exactly. Yes. So right now we're still trying to figure out how we can keep working with them. We've been able to move some of our curriculum onto like low-tech platforms, so like using WhatsApp on mobile phones.
Exactly. Like audio.
Exactly, but even that is out of reach for some of our beneficiaries. So so that's something that we're still trying to figure out how we can do that. Okay.
So have you had any moment where you say, you know what, I am done with this, I'm just going to go to a paid job, maybe work for Microsoft, for example? If there has been such a moment, what did you do to overcome it, to keep going?
Yeah, I think anyone working in this space will have their down times. There are times when you are looking for money, or things aren't going well. Maybe your programs just aren't having the desired impact, and you feel really discouraged. But I think at the end of the day, it's worth remembering that this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and many non-profit social enterprises have quite lofty goals, and they're trying to change systems, they're trying to change mindsets, and those are not things that you can change overnight. It can take years, and it requires, you know, different approaches, working with different actors. So chances are it will not just be your organization that's making this change, but you're working in collaboration with others. So it's important, you know, I try to remember that, you know, this is a big goal and it's going to be tough. The road will be hard sometimes. And, you know, and so that encourages me to keep going. And then I think most importantly, when you get feedback from the people who you have worked with. So for us, in our case, maybe some of the girls who attended our camp, and many years later you see them and they're telling you, you know, what they're doing now. Oh, I studied computer science, I studied computer engineering, I studied medicine, you know, or the camp, you know, really helped me, you know, come into myself. So even if they don't end up studying anything STEM related, but, you know, sometimes they will say, oh, that camp, it really gave me a lot of confidence. That was the first time I was away and mixing with different girls from different backgrounds. It made me aware of who I am as a woman, my power as a woman. When you hear those kind of testimonials, I mean, it's really, really heartwarming and it's really encouraging. And, you know, it can just keep you going because we know that your work is having an impact.
Wow. It's been such an amazing time with you. So I would like to have your final words for someone listening. How can they sustain this idea?
So if you're someone who is trying to make change, just remember that anything great is not easy to attain. It's going to be hard work. So I'm not going to say when you come, you know, up against the bumps in the road, but rather I'm not going to say if you come up against the bumps. I'm going to say when you come, you know, up against the bumps in the road. Just remember that, you know, great change does not come easy. So just hang in there and be comforted that at the end of the day, your work matters and is making a difference.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lesi. You said something very remarkable about working well in school. It's something that I think young people watching right now, because this program is majorly for young graduates and also professionals who are looking to set up a career. So I find that very interesting. When you started, say how you were typing and you were making money, so you were sustaining some of your bills. You weren't just waiting for your parents to give you pocket money. You were actually making money. So that's kind of the work experience, and someone can put on their CV after school to say, I did so and I accomplished so and so. So this is where we call it a close for today. We want to say thank you for accepting to come on this show, and we know that someone out there has been inspired to do great things with whatever idea that they want to start. So thank you so much for accepting. So if you're just joining, this is me, Faith, and I'm the host for the mcbridge Consult Media chat room Conversations with Humans in Development. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel, share the links with your friend. Look out for more on this chat room because we're here to inspire you. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.